Hello, welcome to another episode of Limited Experience.
Thanks.
Yeah, strong, good start. I'm Adam, as always. Above me is Chris, and our new noob of the week, Gage.
Yeah. We'd love to do more introductions, but it put us in the middle of Pack 1, so we're going to do introductions sometime later, I guess.
This pack's a pretty easy Register Alpha. It's a very, very strong card, and I'm willing to go gold for it. What do you think, Chris?
I agree that it is a very strong card, and I probably still approve the pick, but we have to ask the question of, do we want to commit to multiple colors in the first pick out of the hat, and what are we allowing to wheel? What else is in the pack?
Contract Killing and Vanquish the Weak were the two big ones.
Okay.
And in my answer, usually no, I'm not willing to commit to two colors. For exactly Register Alpha, sure. It's good enough that I'm willing to take a pick and kind of hope it gets there, I guess.
Pounce or Dinosaur Stampede?
I actually haven't been a huge fan of Pounce, like, at all.
Really?
Yeah, it's always underwhelmed me. I've never found it to be, like, great. That being said, Dinosaur Stampede is busted if you're in a dinosaur deck.
Which currently we are, but that could change.
Exactly one card into a dinosaur deck.
Hey, that's still in a dinosaur deck.
So go ahead and have your noob of the week introduce himself some. I think we're taking Dinosaur Stampede here. Gage.
Alright, so my name's Gage. I've been playing Magic for about a year and a half now.
Since what set?
Since Eldritch Moon is actually when I started. And I play a lot of Commander and a little bit of Standard.
Poor soul.
Yeah, and currently I learned how to draft. Starting to learn how to draft it. It's a lot more fun.
Real men shuffle 40 card decks. Or women, if that's who you are. Just don't discriminate.
What do you see?
I see a Colossal Dreadmaw.
That's also what I see. I think
I'm mostly seeing a Colossal Dreadmaw.
Yeah. I think Colossal Dreadmaw is better than Suncrown Hunters. It kind of makes you sad that we have an Anointed Deacon third pick.
Yeah.
I didn't really see any good vampires previous pack, though, and our pack didn't really have any good vampires in it at all. I think
There's also Awakening Sun.
Yeah, but I don't want to start on Naya.
Same.
That's interesting. That there's the blue-black and the blue-red pirate uncommons.
I think we still stick with our guns and dinosaurs right now. Although I don't like much of this pack aside from Slice and Twain for the board.
I'm okay with Ixalis Diviner. It either is a wall that draws you a card or is a wall. And we have... That being said, I think I'd actually prefer Stormfleet Pyromancer here.
Really? Because it's always disappointed me, but I've heard good things about it.
I have never been upset with it, but... And we're more red than green, but even so, we're going to see how Ixalis Diviner helps us.
So, we're not majorly more red than green.
No. Not majorly, but we are. I think it's Commune. Engage. In case I forgot to go over the rules with you, anytime you have any sort of question, just shout out, interrupt us, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
I was about to say the same thing.
I don't really want another 6-drop. I think Suncrown Hunters it ends the game, but it doesn't like win games. Does that make sense?
Well, no, but I know what you're trying to say, I think.
Like, it closes out the game because it's either a 5-4 or a Lightning Bolt, but like Register Alpha, if you play like Register Alpha and it resolves and stays on the field for the turn, the game is over. And Suncrown Hunters doesn't do that necessarily.
Okay.
So right now you guys are more for dinosaurs.
Ideally.
We're trying to stay on dinosaurs, but this is the second Anointed Deacon we've seen, which means Black Vampires is open.
Yeah. Well, there's also a thematic compass.
Yeah, I'm thinking if we're going to stay on the dinosaur plan, which isn't necessarily correct, then I think we're on the thematic compass here.
Or the foil forest.
The thematic compass is more playable than a forest.
Well, forest is 100% going to make it in our red-green deck.
So do we jump ship and try for a vampires list, or do we just go thematic compass and stick to our guns?
I think we stick to our guns for right now. I'm probably going to regret that later, and you probably are too.
Yep.
But it's okay when in doubt. It's Pedro's fault.
He's not even in this one.
It's okay. He's one of our 2 viewers, so he'll know.
This is not a swashbuckling deck, although it has been decent. Like, if you have 5 or 6 1-drops into swashbuckling, it's a good way to get the game over. So Nest Robber or Ravenous Daggertooth, which do you think's better?
I think they both suck, but I think I'd rather have Nest Robber. Because Ravenous Daggertooth just gains you 2 life. That's it. Boom, done.
Yeah, but he's foil.
Didn't come across for me, but...
I think we would rather have the Sure Strike than the second Dreadmaw.
See, I understand your thought process here, because combat tricks are nice, but so's a giant dinosaur. And Sure Strike's not a giant dinosaur.
Alright, we'll stick with the giant dinosaur plan. Sure. I like Blossoming Dryad more than the Looming Altosaur, especially since I really don't want to go white.
Seeing as Blossom Dryad is the only card in our colors outside of the mountain, I'm willing to go with you, even though I've always been disappointed by it.
Well, Merfolk's also wide open. I wonder what's going on this draft. Because Jade Guardians...
Dinosaurs.
Everyone's drafting dinosaurs.
Hey, that was my first pixel on your live draft.
I think we actually are okay with the Singleton Jade Guardian over a Stormfleet Pyromancer.
Well, what about Kopala, Jump Ship, Go Merfolk in Pack 2?
Probably not.
Okay. I don't blame you.
Maybe Unknown Shores to try to splash white if we see something good?
Okay, Unknown Shores isn't very good.
No, but if, for example, we end up opening a Gisharth Sun's Avatar, we want a way to get white.
Yeah.
Slice and Twain for the board.
Yep.
Blue has seemed more open, so if we have to jump, I'll take a blue card. And technically playable. It's colorless.
Technically, yes, but so is Ornithopter.
What are you talking about? Ornithopter's a great card.
No. It's awful.
O2, or 0 for an O2 flyer. What are you talking about? That's a Maven Fine.
Yeah, well, blimey, okay. As much as I like the Shining Aerosaur, and I do, it's amazing, that's also a Maven Thane.
Yeah, and Vampires was decently open, but the problem is someone got 2 Anointed Deacons, which means Vampire's not open anymore.
Tell you what, we don't necessarily jump ship on dinosaurs. We jump a little bit of ship and then start drafting all of the tribes, and then we hope we get the resurrect one of each tribe.
That sounds like a bad plan.
But it's a plan.
I'm okay. We really shouldn't spec pick the Maven Fine, so Pterodon Knight or Shining Aerosaur, because I like those both more than Ravenous Daggertooth.
Shining Aerosaur, no question.
I like those both significantly more than Ravenous Daggertooth, even if they're off color. That's a Huatli. We're taking a Huatli, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of how she got here.
The person to our left is on Blue-Green Merfolk, would be my first guess.
I would still take Watley. It's a Planeswalker, you take it. You splash Bolus into your mono green deck.
I did know someone that splashed Bolus into a mono green deck. That was
I know, that's why I said.
Yeah. He came up to me after the draft, and I was like, oh, how'd you do? He's like, well, I was mono green, splashing Nicol Bolas, God Pharaoh. It's like, that sounds like a pretty good deck. That being said, yeah, it's a slam pick Huatli. Out of, like, nothing else in this pack is particularly great. In fact, Nest Robber is probably the next best card we'd want, and Nest Robber is not a Planeswalker.
That's an Ungratz Marauders.
Yeah, which I had it in a sealed deck and I liked it a lot, but sealed is also significantly slower than draft is.
Yeah, but if we can get it off, then our Colossal Dreadmaws are gods among men.
Yeah.
Also, do we have any better options in the pack?
Maybe a second Unknown Shores, which I don't want, so no, not really. Oh, I would... No, that's the Keeper. I thought that was the cost reducer one.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, we'll take the Marauders, and probably be wrong. Old Growth Dreads is bad.
Yep.
I usually don't like that. I don't like blanket statements that card's bad, but that one is just bad. It gives
The
your
Raptor Hatchling is actually good.
Yeah. The way I know for a fact Old Growth Dryads is bad is I would play the opposite card. I would play a card that's 1 green, get a land onto the battlefield tapped, your opponent gets a 3/3. Like, I'd be willing to play that card in a draft, which means it's bad to play it, essentially. Does that make sense? Do you follow?
Yes, in a convoluted sort of way.
But I agree. Raptor Hatchling's the way to go here. I like a Sunpetal Grove.
Same. Sailback's great, but...
Sailback's great, but we are already splashing white twice, and having a forest that does that seems good. Hey, Thundering Spineback.
Ooh, Snapkeep.
It's weird to me that that's a uncommon.
Yeah,
Like,
I feel...
I'm not actually sure if it's rare worthy, quote unquote, because like the power level of it, it costs 7 mana.
If
And
you reduce the cost by 1, it'd be a great rare.
yeah, if it costs 6, it would be a rare. I'm like certain of it. At 7, it still feels like a rare, like power level wise, but it doesn't. And most of the time, lords are rare, like generally speaking.
The important question: Tashana's Wayfinder or Bellowing Aegisaur?
Oh, Tashana's a Wayfinder. That's not even a question. We're only splashing white, maybe for Huatli, definitely, maybe for the Aerosaur, and I haven't actually liked the Bellowing Aegisaur.
Okay, I can live with that.
I went into the set thinking it would be very good, and then played with it a couple times, and it did not treat me well. Second Nest Robber or second Jade Guardian? Because I don't think we're taking the Kumena Speaker.
And we're not taking a Demystify for the board yet.
No. We already have Swice and Twain. We don't need to Demystify, especially since it's off color.
I think second Jade Guardian.
I think you're right,
Weird.
but I wanted to check before I snap something off. I do, however, think the first Ravenous Daggertooth is better. Oh, maybe we want the Cobbled Wings.
That was my thought.
Yeah, I was thinking Daggertooth versus a Demolish, and I was like, I think Daggertooth's better than Demolish, but then I saw Cobbled Wings, and I think that having a thing that gives stuff flying in this format's pretty good. It's hasn't. It's why Auras are super good in this format so far. There's not a lot of like interacting with your opponent's creatures. Do we take the Trove of Temptation?
Honestly, no, because every time it just made me sad.
I was thinking it'd be nice for the splash.
I can make a case for it, but I can also make a case for almost anything else.
I think it's better than the second Nest Robber.
Yeah. Is it better than a Wild Growth Walker, though?
I don't think we do enough Explore to be. In a vacuum, no. Not at all. Wild Growth Walker, I think, is better if you have the deck to support it.
I don't like any of these cards, so Unknown Shores?
Oh, I accidentally took an island.
You're an idiot.
Arguably, an island's more playable than an Unknown Shores.
Not in this deck, though. In a vacuum, yes.
I guess we take the Demolish for the board here, because it's the only red card left.
Or, you know...
Do we take the Ancient Brontodon?
Well, duh. Like,
Do we play
that
the
a
Ancient
question?
Brontodon?
No, is that even a question?
That's a second Modern Fine? Well, that's depressing.
Told you we should have jumped. Told you we should jump ship. Do you want to splash for Modern Fine?
Well, Modern Fine actually isn't like a super great card unless you're vampires, and then it's awesome, and we're not vampires at all.
Yes.
I actually think that Belligerent Brontodon might be okay here, but I think we should do Tillinolly's Knight.
I think the obvious answer is Tillinolly's Knight, as much as I enjoy Prying Blade.
We don't need a Dragon Skull Summit. That's the wrong colors.
Do we need another Thundering Spineback?
I think the answer is always yes.
This deck's gonna lose before turn 3.
Oh, we have a terrible deck. But hopefully it'll be fun to pilot.
Did I get Pedro?
We ended up with a couple of relatively money cards. We might be able to make money. Or, like, pay for the next draft off of this.
Sword Tooth. Taking the Sword Tooth.
Taking the Sword Tooth?
Always taking the Sword Tooth.
I thought a case could be made for the Rigging Runner.
Yeah, but the Sword Tooth is teeth with sword.
We got our other rare land.
Ooh, taking it. Snap keep.
I'm actually 100% okay with that. Like,
We've made worse picks in the past 10 minutes.
I think we would have a very, very good deck if we had decided to take that Anointed Deacon third.
And
That's
we could
forever
take
ago.
two Modern Fanes, and we could
We'd
do
have
all-
two Modern Fanes, a Bishop of the Bloodstained apparently, a second Anointed Deacon.
Push the Weeks. I think Wayfinder's the correct answer here, as much as I enjoy Hunters.
I was thinking it was actually Raging Raptors.
Okay, because I can't read that card from over here. in
It's
which
the
case,
one that
yes.
gets you a basic land if you...
Oh yeah, I know the card. I just couldn't read it.
Yeah, I think we want it enough where it's fine. Like, we're splashing 3 cards. We want... Oh. Maybe the Tishana's Wayfinder's just better?
Or we could just get a Raging Raptors. You're
I mean,
talking yourself out of the correct pick, Adam.
Yeah,
Stop it.
we do have 2 Thundering Spinebacks, so dinosaurs do get significantly better.
Sure Strike.
I was thinking Pounce over Sure Strike.
You do like Pounce now. What happened?
I don't like Pounce. I think it's okay in this particular deck, and we want it more than...
Play mechanism.
What do you mean? Like, is it... It is. That's what the card does, text-wise.
Okay. So it is.
We get to eat something, hopefully.
Yeah. I didn't know if Pounce was like a new play term because I haven't played it with this new block yet.
Yeah.
Welcome to Ixalan, ladies and germs.
So we are at 25 cards, so we're going to have to do a little bit of trimming.
Beats forcing crap. Okay.
Waiting on our previous guy. So going into cuts, I think we do cut out the Angrath Marauder, because we have 2 Thundering Spinebacks.
Yeah, and Spineback's just better in our deck.
And we definitely cut the Ancient Brontodon, which somehow didn't get added to our sideboard. Uh,
That is the big ass.
9/9.
9/9.
9/9 for 8. He needs vanilla.
What is that second card?
The second card, Emergent Growth, it's the +5/5, and it has to be blocked.
Yeah, it looked like a rampant growth from over here, and that's not right. Like, we take the rampant growth.
Yeah, so Jungle Delver or Ravenous Daggertooth? I think the Daggertooth.
Either of them, but look, we don't have any 1-drops aside from Commune, and we already have plenty of drops.
Belligerent Brontodon came back.
What'd you expect?
No, we're not playing it.
We're taking Raising Whiptail, probably.
Yeah, I was thinking there's an argument for New Horizons, but
I think we'd rather have the Whiptail.
there's a second Belligerent Brontodon?
Okay, this
How
is
did
a
that
sign
do?
for solid here. I think we might have to take the Belligerent Brontown, or you could take the Diviner.
I think we're actually happy with our 2s. We have 7, and 5 of them are creatures.
Those are rookie numbers. We got to push those up.
Here, I think it is the Ravenous Daggertooth, although it's not necessarily.
I'm not playing anything else in that pack.
Foil draft. Hey, I'm starting to reverb a bit, just so you guys know.
Okay.
New Horizons?
Yeah.
Or Hijack?
I think New Horizons, because all the vehicles in here suck, and we'd rather just have an active season.
And then our last few picks are just going to be whatever.
Probably basic plans.
We got some fun cards at 5. Huatli, Regisaur, Raging Sawtooth.
Assuming we can make it that far, this is going to be a killer deck.
Not really.
Gotta believe in the heart of the cards, Yugi. Believe in the heart of the cards.
I think it'll be a fun deck. I think
That's
it's gonna
what
be good.
matters.
Alright. So...
That's not a curve. That's like a peak.
we have to cut 5.
Cut 5 cards?
Yeah, we have 28.
Okay. I don't think I can read any of those name lines, so you're gonna have to be my eyes here. I don't think we need 2 diviners.
I agree. And we are at 20 creatures, so we kind of want to go down on those anyway. I actually don't think we want a Jungle Delver. We have a whole lot of 2s, and
I
we
don't
have
know that
mana
anybody
seeds.
wants a jungle delver.
But we have mana seeds. Like, we have things we're doing every turn with all of our mana.
Like Thunder and Spineback.
Yeah. Or, you know, Huatli, Colossal Dreadmaw. The top end of our kind of curve. Mountain.
Cliff.
Do we keep the New Horizons in?
Does it strictly ramp us or is it just fix? Let's check.
It goes on a land, gives a 1/1 counter, and it makes 2 mana of any color.
I wouldn't object to the ramp because we do top out at 7, and that's like 5 higher than any Ixalan deck should be.
Ixalan deck should top at 2.
Yep.
Do we still want the Dramatic Compass?
I am heavily questioning that idea.
I think the answer is no, but I wanted to check before I cut it.
'Cause I don't think it does enough.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to be splashing off of a Sunpetal Grove, a New Horizons, and are we cutting or keeping the Trove?
If we were short on playables, we could keep it, but I don't think we're really short on playables.
But I think we can safely splash for 2 5-drops off of a New Horizons and a dual land. And like 1 basic.
Mm-hmm.
Especially since we have Ixalis Diviner and Tashana's Wayfinder to explore for us.
And commune with dinosaurs.
And Commune. Looking at this, I think we need to go down on one of our big dinosaurs. Either out of these 4 cards, basically, I think we drop 1. And I think it's a drop the Colossal Dreadmaw and have 2 Thundering Spybacks.
Do we need to get a new co-host here? Because someone here's trying to cut a dinosaur, and I think it's a no-no.
No, someone's trying to cut a 6-drop.
If it happens to be a dinosaur.
Yes. If there was a 15-mana card that was also a dinosaur, it wouldn't be worth keeping in the deck. At a certain point, the fact
that's where you're wrong.
No. That being said, I think it's either one of these 4, 1 Jade Guardian, but I'd rather leave him in as a 4 because we don't have a lot, or like the Blossom Dryad.
I think we want the ramp for the Blossom Dryad, unfortunately.
So Jade Guardian or a Dreadmaw? Because I think we'd rather have the Thundering Spyback than the Dreadmaw.
In that case, I would take the Dreadmaw over the Jade Guardian since we're not a Merfolk deck.
Okay. And then we're gonna have 2 Sunpetal Groves. You're gonna make me do like actual land count.
Yep, that's why you keep me around.
I can do it this way. It's significantly easier. There we go. So white-wise, we have 2. So we want 3 sources. We have a Sun Petal Grove, a New Horizons, so 1 Plains. Green, 1, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm. For Shining Aerosaur and Huatli. Are you familiar with both of those? If need be, I will check.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 21. We have 21 green and 7 red. Now, both of our dual lands are also green, and only one of them's red.
It's true.
So I think the numbers are something like 1 plains, 9 forests, 5?
I think those numbers add up to the correct number. I don't know if they add
It
up
needs
to
to
the
be
correct
15.
ratio.
So it's either 195 or like 110-4. I
I think we need the red early enough in the game that I would rather have one. If we look at the curve.
Yeah. Moto suggested. I'm starting to reverb really badly again. Moto suggested 110-4, so I think 195 is fine.
Mm-hmm.
Sort by CMC. So that's what we got going on.
I've seen worse curves. On a mountain road.
Basically. You got anything else to say though?
I think that I'm ready to take a break and go around 1.
All right. What about you, Gage? You got anything?
Nope. Draft was pretty straightforward. We're gonna see what this deck does.
All right, then we will see you guys in a couple minutes around 1.
Okay. See you.